Hi, today is March 3rd, 2026, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 342 for the year, If I Had Become Mayor. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't become mayor of New York City when I was 11 years old, because I would have done everything in my power to change the name of Astor Place to Astro Place after the dog on the Jetsons. And I would have turned the cube into a rocket ship that you can get into and then fly to Saturn or Venus or wherever. The cube was pretty cool as it was, the way you could spin it around and shit, but if it had been a spaceship, fuck, that would have been so cool. Like, hey, let's go down to Astro Place, and if nobody has taken the cube out, maybe we could fly to Venus. I don't know, that sounds pretty good to me. Maybe it wouldn't have been a bad thing if I had been mayor when I was 11. No shade on Mamdani, who wasn't even alive when I was 11, but maybe it wouldn't have been a bad thing. Poem number 343, How I Know. I wake up from a dream about you, and that's how I know you are a dream. Then I go back to sleep and dream of you again, and that's how I know you are more than just a dream. You are dreams. Then I open my eyes and see you lying next to me, and that's how I know you are real. I guess this is all kind of obvious, but still. Poem number 344, Internal Investigation. Because he was absolutely convinced that there was an informer among his organs, he decided to open an internal investigation. He went kind of easy on his spleen, but he grabbed his heart by the fucking balls and squeezed, but it wasn't the heart. He pulled his liver out and looked it straight in its eyes, and then he put it back in. It wasn't the liver. The rack was perfect for his small and large intestines, and he was amazed at how long they could be stretched. But whoever the rat was, it wasn't the intestines. He tortured the rest of his internal organs in succession, but none of them confessed. He closed his investigation, concluding that either none of his internal organs had betrayed him, or that he shouldn't have gone so easy on the spleen. Poem number 345, Sworn Deposition of the Spleen. I was minding my own business, metabolizing hemoglobin, as one does when one is a spleen, and suddenly I'm getting all these questions. I tell you, I didn't tell nobody nothing because I don't know nothing. My white pulp houses T lymphocytes in PALs, periarterial lymphoid sheaths, and B lymphocytes in follicles next to the PALs. As for my red pulp, it's just a bunch of venous sinuses and cords of Billroth, and it's too busy filtering blood and storing monocytes to talk to anybody, even if it had anything to say, which it doesn't. Look, you're barking up the wrong tree. I'm not saying none of the organs squealed. I'm just saying it wasn't me. And the last poem of the day, I believe? Poem number 346, Chords of Billroth. Chords of Billroth is an excellent name for a band. They are named after Theodor Billroth, friend of Johannes Brahms and father of modern abdominal surgery. He performed in a string quartet and also performed at the first He performed in a string quartet and also performed the first laryngectomy, although not at the same time. He performed the first successful gastrectomy for gastric cancer. According to Wikipedia, by 1881, Billroth had made intestinal surgery seem almost commonplace. Not only that, Brahms dedicated his first two string quartets, Opus 51, to Theodor Billroth. So think of him the next time you are contemplating your Chords of Billroth or contemplating naming your next band Chords of Billroth. Don't call them splenic chords or red pulp chords. Call them by their name, Chords of Billroth. All right, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you.